When people budget for a home, most will focus on mortgage. But property tax is another major cost that shows up every single year, and it changes depending on which city you're living in. The rate you pay in Toronto, for example, is not the same as in Mississauga or Hamilton, and even small differences in percentages can add up to thousands of dollars annually. Welcome back to Real Estate Simplified. I'm Ali, I'm the co-owner of Home and Capital Realty. And over the years, we have helped so many clients build lasting wealth through real estate and move into their dream homes. And in this channel, I break down complex real estate concepts into plain English so you can make confident decisions whether you're buying a home or building generational wealth. In this video, let's break down what 2024 property tax rates look like in these three cities and what it means in real dollars for detached home owners. Let's dive in. Before diving into the numbers, it helps to understand how property taxes are calculated in Ontario. The Municipal Property Assessment Corporation, or MPAC, assigns an assessed value to every home. And that value is not always the same as market price, but is the figure the city uses to calculate tax. Once the assessed value is set, the city applies the property tax rate, which includes both municipal charges and the provincial education levy. The formula is very straightforward. Assessed value multiplied by the tax rate equals your annual property tax bill. Let's start with Toronto. The residential property tax rate for 2024 is 0.00715289, which is about 0.715289%. To make that real, imagine a detached home assessed at $1 million. At this rate, the annual property tax bill comes to about $7,152.89. If the same detached home is assessed at $1.45 million, the bill rises to about $10,367.69. Toronto property tax rate is one of the lowest in Ontario. The reason is that the city has a very large tax base, with higher property values and bigger population to spread the costs across. That allows Toronto to keep the percentage rate low, even though the city services are extensive. And for homeowners, this really means the property tax bill looks lower than in many surrounding municipalities, even if the home price itself is higher. Now, let's move to Mississauga. In 2024, the residential property tax is about 0.0946649, or about 0.946649%. On a detached home assessed about $1 million, this works out to be about $9,466.49. For a home that is assessed at $1.4 million, the bill increased to $13,726. Compared to Toronto, Mississauga's rate is only higher by more than 0.2%. That might sound small, but on $1 million property, that's about $2,300 more per year. And on a $1.4 million property, that's about $3,360 more. The reason Mississauga's rate is higher is that it has a smaller tax base than Toronto. The city still needs to fund services like police, fire, transit, parks, and infrastructure, but with fewer taxpayers and lower average property values than Toronto. The rate has to be set higher to collect enough revenue. Now, let's look at Hamilton. The residential property tax rate for 2024 is 0.01424, which equals to about 1.424%. On a home assessed about $1 million, the property tax comes to about $14,240 per year. For a detached home that is assessed at $1.4 million, the bill jumps to $20,648. Hamilton's tax rate is almost double Toronto and about 50% higher than Mississauga's. Why is it so much more? The main reason is that Hamilton has lower average property value, which means the city needs a higher tax rate to raise the revenue required to provide municipal services. In other words, even though homes cost less in Hamilton than Toronto, the tax rate is higher to balance out the smaller overall tax base. That's why someone who buys $1 million detached home in Hamilton is going to be paying significantly more in annual property tax than somebody who, let's say, they're buying in Toronto or Mississauga. To make the comparison simple, let's line up these numbers on a detached home assessed at $1.45 million. In Toronto, the annual property tax is going to be about $10,368. In Mississauga, the same house is going to have the property tax of $13,726. And in Hamilton, it's going to be over $20,648. That's a gap of more than $10,000 between Toronto and Hamilton for the exact same assessed value. So, what does this mean for home buyers? It shows that property tax is not just a small line item. The city you choose has a big impact on your ongoing cost. Toronto's rate is the lowest of the three at about 0.71, and Mississauga sits in the middle, roughly about 0.95%, and Hamilton is the highest at 1.42%. If you're buying a detached home, make sure to look beyond just the purchase price and the mortgage. Property tax is a recurring expense that will be a part of your budget every single year. Whether it's $10,000, $13,000, or $20,000, it's money that has to be planned for. Understanding these differences help you make more informed decisions about where to buy and what kind of home fits your budget. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.